Wasn't I just speaking to your father, Finbar, the other day, and he was telling us here on Radio Irish all about your great success in Chicago recently. What's happened up there now?
I got a very good write-up, and Shay Clark there is very behind the CD, and he's been just pushing it there and just gave me a very, very good write-up. And he's a radio presenter. He's quite well known in Chicago.
What's next for you now, Anya? What's in the works?
Well, at the moment, I'm just starting rehearsing with Maurice Lennon. He used to be with the fiddle player with Stockton Swing, so I'm going to be doing a few gigs with him and a guitarist over the summer. So we'll just see what happens here with that, and plug my album On This Side of the Water with the gigs as well. Now,
you have a special dedication, Anya, to Cara on your new album, Cross My Palm. Tell everyone who Cara is now.
Cara is my beautiful little 4-year-old boxer who I love her to bits. I mean, the last boxer we had, she died of cancer when she was just 2, broke my heart, and so when I got Cara, she certainly made up for it, and she's an absolute treasure. She's lovely, so she had to go on the album, I'm afraid. So I have a nice photo of her on the inside. Cara is Irish for friend, so she's my best friend. So
lovely altogether. Now talk to me, Anya, about your contribution of time and effort to raise the awareness of the plight of Ireland's Traveller Community. I believe you've done some musical work for Pavey Point.
Well, I did. I coordinated some of the workshops with the women's group there. I did a H-dip in Irish folklore, and Barbara Nee Flynn, who's a lecturer in folklore and UCD in the University in Dublin, she worked a lot with Pavey Point, so she actually got me in there. And it was great to work with the travelling community. My grandmother and grandfather were travellers. Then they settled when my dad was about 4, and it's kind of like a part of my past that is very hard to find out about unless you actually go to the likes of Pavey Point and talk with everyone. And it's very interesting, and they're very open-armed, welcoming people. I just don't know enough about the travelling community. I get a very hard time, you know.
Absolutely. It's wonderful to see that you're contributing your musical talents to such a cause. How is the situation with the travelling community in Ireland nowadays with regards to human rights?
Well, I mean, it's not great. I mean, the travellers are still, you know, they got the worst deal, I think, in this country, you know. I mean, there are the good travellers and the bad travellers, like any community, and it's the bad ones that always get the press, you know, like the traveller feuds and things like this. And they're just a lovely culture, lovely people, and I just reckon anyone's interested to just go online and look up Pavey Point in Dublin. There's a man called Accalimed Irish has done a lovely book on the travellers, black and white photographs dating right back to there's old photographs of my granddad and dad when they were kids playing music, and a fantastic book by Accalimed Irish as well, if anyone's interested in photographs and the history. But yeah, it's very hard. It's still a touchy subject, even to say you're from a travelling background. People give you a funny look. You have to figure out, you know, is this the right situation to tell people my past, or somebody might, I mean, there's some very horrible words for traveller, and somebody might say it, and I'll just say, well, actually, that's my relatives you're talking about there, and it can be a very touchy subject, really.
It's incredible, really, isn't it, considering that it is 2009, that type of dark mentality still in Ireland about the traveller community.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You'd have to be here to witness it, and it's everywhere. It really is. I mean, you know, if something gets stolen, people will accuse the travellers and things like that. You know, I've come across little kids getting accused just because they're travellers and things like that. And you just have to go and work in the likes of Pavey Point just to see what these people are really all about. And, you know, I remember talking to the women's group, and they ranged in ages from 17 to about 70 something. And the differences between how the young think and the old think, like the young girls said they'd never go out in the street begging now, but then again they have the old traditions, like they'd all like to be married by the time they're 20, and when you get married they get everything given to them right down to the last tea towel, you know, and they look forward to this. And a traveller wedding is huge. It's like a big Cinderella fairy tale. It's just so different, you know.
And it's a fascinating culture indeed, and for any of our listeners here on Radio Irish, all you have to do now is go to www.pavipoint.ie to find out more. There it is flashing on your screen, www.pavipoint.ie. Anya, your new album is just absolutely fantastic, and we're encouraging everybody here listening on Radio Irish to go out and buy yourself a copy of Anya Furey's new album. It's called Cross My Palm. Where did that come from, the title, Anya?
It's an old saying, to cross my palm with silver means to get your fortune told. And my grandmother used to tell fortunes, so I thought it would be nice just to put a little touch there. And if anyone was interested, a lot of people would know where it comes from on this side of the water anyway.
And your family all in there being dedicated to in your new album Cross My Palm. Anya, introduce your favourite song here for us now on Radio Irish, and we'll take it out with Anya Furey.
Water's Edge, the one written by my brother Martin.
That's the one we're going to play, is it?
Water's Edge, that'd be great, yeah, thank you.
So let's dedicate it now, Anya, to everybody listening to Radio Irish.
That's super, thanks very much, I really enjoyed that.
All right, Anya, God bless you, and we'll see you when you come over here.
Yeah, brilliant, okay, thank you.
Bye.
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 Down, my love, to the water's edge, and we'll bathe ourselves in truth. Come down, my love, to the water's edge, and I will bathe myself anew. Lazy Joe, clean up your own backyard. There are people crying there too, and more people crying won't satisfy the grief in you. So I wanna go where the warm winds blow, where the music touch my soul. Don't blame music for suicides. I don't blame the movies for the death of my heroes, and I don't blame you for my life. We are a tale of beauty and destruction. We are a tale of love and hate. We are a tale of creator and created, and music's what we make. So I wanna go where the warm winds blow, where the music touch my soul, where my fear is far from a razor's edge, my love, where the my breaking heart, love. Come down, my love, to the water's edge, and we'll bathe ourselves in truth. Come down, my love, to the water's edge, and I will bathe myself